What's going on, my fellow troops? My name is Xavvo and welcome back to a brand new video. So today I'm going to be giving you guys the best BP50 class in Modern Warfare 3. So as you can see from the gameplay on screen, for anyone who wants to know generally what this gun is good at and also what my class and attachments are going to do for this weapon, I'm going to explain that real quick. So for anyone who doesn't like that, you could just skip to the actual attachments and all that stuff. But yeah, essentially this weapon, I don't think it's actually had a ton of nerfs to it since it came out, because this class, I'm not even being funny, not the class I mean, but the attachments I've been using for this weapon, I've been using them for months, literally months, and the gun still feels exactly the same. The recoil control is at a whole time low, so there's literally no problems with recoil. The damage output's extremely good. Fire rate, of course, is amazing for this type of weapon, and it just feels awesome. You can move around quickly with it, plenty of sprint to fire, plenty of mobility for handling and all that good stuff, so nothing has actually changed, and we've only got Season 6 coming around the corner, and then technically Season 6 Reloaded, but they have a habit of not calling it Season 6 Reloaded because of the haunting event. So I don't think much else is going to happen to this weapon going forward, so I'm almost certain that I can say this is the best class, full stop. There is no seasonal basis to this. This is literally the best class I've been running for ages, and it feels amazing. So what you're going to see with this kind of weapon is that it is going to dominate your lobbies. I mean, that's guaranteed. The BP50 was in Call of Duty Vanguard, in fact, and it dominated in that game. People almost called it a laser gun because of how fast it is, just how it sounds. In this game, it definitely is less of a laser gun than it was in Vanguard, but the point still stands. This is a very, very powerful weapon with a very high fire rate, and it is just incredibly good. And I think even if it's not hugely meta right now, you're really going to want to use this. I doubt that it's going to get much nerfs because, like I say, if it's not really the meta, they're not really going to focus on nerfing it too much. So not only from the attachments, but from also the overall class, you're going to stay hidden. You're going to have no footsteps. You're going to be undetectable by UAV and all sorts of stuff like that. Basically just staying hidden, like I say. And you're just going to have plenty of mobility. Like I say, handling, everything's going to feel super great. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the gameplay that I provided. And now let's get to the class setup. Okay, guys, so here we are on the class setup area. And as you can see, we are running the Ninja Vest. So the reason I've chosen to run the Ninja Vest is because it stops me from having to use the boots. I think it's the covert sneakers, right? The one that suppresses your footsteps. Well, it just means that I don't have to use that because I have Ninja Vest, which eliminates my footstep sounds. It makes me immune to movement reduction effects, which also means I don't have to use the tac mask, because tac mask obviously makes you immune to movement reduction effects like stuns and all that kind of stuff, so I don't have to use that either. And yeah, it gives me a nice little bonus of getting throwing stars and throwing knife ammo, you know, if I need that. And of course, there's the resupplying of them every 25 seconds, so that is a really nice thing about it as well. With the Ninja Vest, as you can see, it basically gives me the benefit of a piece of gear and a piece of boots without having to actually wear those as my prioritized boots and gear, which I think is really, really nice. So the Ninja Vest is going to all around make you pretty much impossible to hear, and also on top of that, you've got this stuff down here. So stim, sticky grenade, I'm just using those. I usually leave them as that. And then commando gloves, as you can see, is going to allow me to reload while sprinting and improve sprint to fire. So any sprint to fire that we can add to this weapon just to improve is obviously needed. It's an assault rifle and you're going to be aiming in a lot. And so yeah, that's what we've got for gloves. For boots, we're running stalker boots instead of having to run covert sneakers, because instead we can prioritize increased strafe and ADS movement speed, which again is a thing that you will typically do whilst you're running an assault rifle. You're going to kind of walk around, you'll kind of, you know, monitor corners a lot whilst you're ADSing. And obviously, if you didn't know, strafing is the act of moving side to side whilst aiming down the sight. So that is something we have to prioritize, I think, above covert sneakers. So it's a nice thing that we get covert sneakers benefits from obviously using the vest. Then for the gear, we are running the Ghost TV camo, which is going to allow us, while moving, to block our detection from UAVs, enemy radar sources, and heartbeat sensors. So yeah, pretty much staying completely invisible whilst moving, and that's something you're going to be doing whilst using this gun. You're going to be running, gunning, which means you're constantly on the move, and you're not, you know, you're not going to have to put up with being seen all the time by constant UAVs. There you go. That's what we're running for the overall class. Let's now get to the attachments. So as you can see, I have got the attachments removed because I like to break down as we go, just explaining each attachment. So if you are thinking of trying to sneak all these attachments all at once without having to actually listen, then I don't know how you even, I don't even know why you trust YouTubers. Fuck it, why do you even trust me? I could be giving you the worst class in the world. But you know, those that watch the gameplay, you'll know that I'm not lying to you. So First attachment we have is the muzzle. For the muzzle, I am actually running the monolithic suppressor. Now, I do know a lot of people have replaced the monolithic suppressor for the quartermaster suppressor, which was a newer attachment that came into the game in like season 5, I believe. But it came out recently, and a lot of people have been using that instead. But I'm actually running this because it does an awesome job at suppressing your recoil. It makes you undetectable by the radar because whilst you're firing, believe it or not, yes, you do pop up on the mini-map whilst firing a weapon. So this makes you undetectable on the radar whilst doing that. Whilst it does add some ADS to your weapon, it makes it a little bit slower. You won't feel this at all, and over the class, that's going to be improved anyway. So the monolithic suppressor, I think, is a great attachment, especially if you don't have the quartermaster suppressor. The next attachment we have is the laser, and we are using the VLK laser 7 milliwatt, which is right here. So this is going to add improvements to ADS. So like I said, we were going to improve that, and also it's improved aiming stability and a little bit of sprint to fire, which is really, really good as well. For the next attachment, this should be kind of common sense. We are running the 45 round mag. This is going to add as much ammo as possible to the weapon. As it's a fast fire rate weapon, it's going to burn through ammo pretty damn quickly. And of course, you want as much ammo as possible on an assault rifle because who doesn't want more ammo, right? So yeah, it's going to really maximize how much ammo you have on the class. For the next attachment, we have the slate reflector. Now, this is a personal choice. This is just to make the iron sight much cleaner because the iron sight itself is quite flat and there's not really enough accuracy to it whilst you're using this in game. So I've personally gone with the slate reflector. I know some people like the Jack glassless optic, and some other people like some of the newer ones that they've added in recently, you know, the kind of ACOG-ish sort of ones, the little other reflexes and all that stuff. Well, I'm personally using the slate reflector. This kind of reflex sight is just going to look much better. And finally, we are running the stock, which is the MO80, 40 stock. This also does a great job of controlling recoil, gun kick especially, and it's also going to improve your ADS and aim walking speed a little bit more as well. Yeah, by the way, for once I'm running Borealis on my weapon. For anyone who thought I didn't have Borealis because of all these thumbnails of class setups that have Interstellar, this is probably one of 2 weapons, I think, that are DLC that I actually own Borealis on so far. That's why all my other weapons that I've done recently haven't got Borealis, because I only unlocked Borealis like a few months ago or so. And so yeah, but yeah, finally I'm showing off some Borealis for today's video. It does look really, really nice, and I'm kind of sick of just looking at Interstellar. But anyway, yeah, that is the class. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to drop a like on this video. It goes a long way, helps the video in the algorithm, and makes me happy. So thank you so much if you do that, and also drop a comment if you want. Also, check out all the links down below in the description. It's much appreciated. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye, guys.